Okay, welcome to my assembly video. I'm going to show you how to assemble it. Let's start with the inner head. I printed it upside down to minimize the support structure that I needed. It's a little bit rough on this side, but this won't be visible, so it doesn't matter. So you take the inner head, then you take the jaw. I already popped in the nuts for it. These are M4 nuts. Then you want to line it up so you can basically look through it almost like this. Then you're gonna take a screw. These are M4 screws with the length of, I think, 14 millimeters. So you screw that in. So don't screw them in too tightly. But yeah, now it's fixed in place. You can move the jaw if you have a little bit play, it's fine, because later on you can still decide if he wants to shut his mouth or not. Next part, I guess, is the joint holder, which just pops in place like this. I would recommend to use some sort of super glue. Okay, I got myself some super glue. For the next assembly steps, or maybe just let me glue this one in place. Oh. It holds pretty tight even without the glue. Oh man, yeah, be careful with the super glue. You don't want to ruin your model. So, yeah, actually, let me wipe that off. Okay, so the next step is this outer head, outer shell. I don't even know how it's called, which just holds in place like this. Here again, I would recommend some super glue because it's very loose otherwise. Then just slide it in like this. Make sure to hold it for a few seconds so the super glue can dry. I'm gonna just pause the video. Okay, it should be dry now. Next thing would be this one. You basically glue it in place, so you put it together and glue it in place there, but only at one place because you need to have it at least a little bit flexible. I'm going to add super glue again. So I did forget to add one crucial step first, which is the upper jaw. So yeah, just let me show it here in the 3D model. You want to glue this part to this part before you continue with the rest of the video. Let me just quickly show it to you, only showing you the things right now. So this is where you at right now. You have glued these two parts together, And the next thing you should do is to glue the upper jaw into this cheek part. So there is some overlapping area where you can apply some glue, and then you just glue it in place like this. This makes the assembly much easier because otherwise, if you already glued this part to this part, you are going to have some problems with the assembly. Just pretend for the rest of the video that this is already in there. Got myself some other glue. Put them into these slots on this side. And then again, make sure to let it dry. Because the next thing you're gonna put into the eyes. For the eyes, you print them separately. This is a little bit flimsy, hard to print. But yeah, once you get the eyes, you pop the eyes in. It should look something like this. Then you add some glue to the eyes. Okay, next thing is the top part. So you just stick the horn into it and glue it. And then you have this part, which you stick on top of there. Let me use some super glue as well. And then you just try to set it up. I hit the camera. Alright. Part lies directly on the head. The eyes should be in place. I'm just gonna wait until it's dry. Okay, next thing is the intake on the top. And try to gracefully... Okay, we are almost done. Next thing would be the side intakes, which get here. Of course, you first have to glue in the intake cover, and then these belong here. Yeah, let me glue them in place as well. Well, for the rest, you just have the base plate, have this part, snap it on there. It even holds quite well without glue. Then you're just gonna put this one on there. And as a final touch, you have the jaw. Oops. So the jaw have these little nubs, which you put in place into the screws. This might also be easier without the inside colors, but it should be doable. Alright. Okay, so this is the final assembly. I did manage to install the upper lip correctly afterwards. It was a little bit tricky, so please just glue that part to the cheek before you glue the cheek to the inner head. It makes it much easier. Yeah, so that's it. That is the model. You can adjust the jaw a little bit. You can also adjust the inner jaw however you like. I in fact like to keep them open. The joint lets you move it around as you want. And yeah, that's about it. Have fun printing it, have fun assembling it. If you have any questions, you can contact me on whatever platform you like, or in the comments. I usually try to respond pretty fast. If you're interested, I can give you a look at the new model I've designed. It's the Unit 2. It has similar assembly fashion. It's a little bit harder to print because you need a multicolor printer. So you cannot print all the parts separately, but rather have to enable some sort of multicolor printing. The jaw has a little bit less play, and yeah, you can also put it on a stand, which I have right here. It doesn't quite fit. And then you have the same joint mechanism to attach it to it, and then you have yourself a second unit for display purposes. I think together they make a really nice decorative piece of art.